starting on the CT side with Eternal Fire on the T side. So let's get into it. The final map is coming up here at the quarterfinals.
Yeah, elimination game here in the playoffs. Big looking for that semifinal spot. Well, both teams at this point looking for the semifinal spot. Loser goes home here. Huge benefit for Big starting on the defensive side of Nuke. All 5 players for Eternal Fire out. Oh, this is the knife round.
This
is the knife round.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo. I was like, this is interesting. A little 5-on-5 action.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they'd set that up. But no, we're going to get to see knife. I appreciate that. It's a tradition, you know. Tried for a while to convince people that we were going to try and do, you know, taser rounds instead with like infinite ammo on, so you can just keep firing the taser forever. But
I still think that'd be such a sick idea, like just like a 10-second recharge or a 5-second recharge or something, but infinite shots with the taser.
Yeah, I think we should get there. It's 2022. We can. It's current year.
Yeah,
we can do
the
it.
technology is there. Let's upgrade from the knife round to the taser round.
Hell yes, somebody do that. Well, here we are. I lied earlier. It's actually going to be Eternal Fire starting on the CT side, but Big on the T side. So we'll see how that plays out. Imor played really, really well on that second map, so they need to keep him on that level, and then.
Mate, they all played really well.
Yeah.
Like the desk said, no one like blowing up and lighting up the scoreboard or anything crazy, but everyone just playing solid. I mean, they did work themselves out of a 2-on-5 in that second half as well to keep the comeback alive. So I mean, just all really impressive stuff from Eternal Fire.
Let's see if they can keep it going. Centera's getting a chance for a headshot, trying to get the jump up. A little bit late to be doing that, and a lot of people waiting for him. And take him down. Nice run boost to get up onto the hut of Mini. That is a cool move. And Calyx, wait, he saw the shadow and he still got trucked by Keto. That's really unlikely.
That's a dangerous fight for Woxic, but you can understand why he wants to take it. Keep him at bay for the moment. Dualies are sliding into position. xFloud finds a kill through glass. It's a 4-on-3. You can't rotate down vents. Big have control of that, but xFloud, the timing of this is everything. If he tries to move into the bomb site, he's in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. Smoke is really helpful. Imor's here with the Deagle. Oh, wait, we're not with the Deagle with the Dualies. xFloud actually did find a kill somewhere. That's a little bit interesting. And now it's a 2-on-2. Looked like Big had every opportunity right now. It was a 2-on-4, and now we're back into a 2-on-2. Woxic upstairs, going to be taking down Keto. Nice headshot to get into the swing of things. And now it's 35 seconds, and Crimbo in a 1 versus 2 to try and see if he can hold on to this one. He's going to go straight for the bomb plant, not even faking it out. And Woxic comes walking in and takes him down. Does drop down to 12 health from that fall, but he's going to be fine. And it's Eternal Fire picking up the pistol round.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Just different thoughts of the big players in that lower bomb site. Some of them just wanted to get the bomb planted. Some of them wanted to go for fights, and that gave the Eternal Fire exactly what they needed. As you mentioned, xFloud does find a kill just kind of in that lower bomb site, and poor Crimbo, like, rotates to that upper bomb site with the bomb, and his teammate dies as soon as he gets there. So he just kind of got pulled across the map to where his team felt they had advantages, and they just disappeared every single time he was in a place. And again, we just touched on the 2-on-5 on Dust 2 that Eternal Fire was able to win. This is a 3 versus 5. That they recover, and so good shooting from Woxic.
Yeah, and in terms of, you know, putting that second map behind you a little bit, not that you have to be heartbroken losing a pistol round, but it's just, you know, it's a pistol round that seemed to be doing pretty well, and then you just end up giving it up to a couple of kills down below. So a little bit unfortunate. Deagles are out though, and I guess they got the bomb plant too, so they could be happy about that.
Yeah, well, in that sense, any kills they get is going to be massively valuable. That's the bomb down early. Xanter's obviously doesn't know that Tapson was the Lone Ranger, but he's got control of the bomb. So now these Deagles, you kind of know where they're going to be attacking because they have to go chase after the bomb.
Keto and Crimbo, the only ones left, and only for a second as well. So good cleanup. Nobody dies on the side of Eternal Fire, and they are going to be happy with this kind of scenario.
I think Trace was the only person to pick Eternal Fire in the predictions.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a chance here that they could be right?
Yeah, it would be something else. I'm just glad I'm not in Belgrade with them because he would be insufferable with that kind of a prediction victory. 2-0.
I want him to be. That'd be funny, you know. Try and see if he can trigger Yanko maximally. I'm sure there's a high chance that could happen. Oof.
There are so many smokes down already in this round. Big have used everything except for one smoke that's left on Tizzy, and over towards ramp room we go. Small engagement for Xantares that he can't win, but all the pressure coming ramp room now, and xCloud is the only one remaining to defend.
Yeah, nice attempt to swing it around right there, but not going to happen. Calyx, though, should be able to catch this one. Surely there's nothing that Searson could do, and Emor's going to pick up one more kill. He wants to go for it. Crimbo nearly getting caught, and they know where Calyx is coming from, so they have a pretty good read of this one. 2 versus 1, and a very, very important round for Big right now. I like this from Calyx. He's trying to get the wallbang shot. It is doable, but obviously low percentage, and that AWP just might be worth more than trying to go for the 1 versus 2. So nice round out of Big here. This is super important.
Yeah, it's valuable. So good call to back off and save it. Yeah, it's a nice win for Big. Got everything they could have wanted. The pick onto Xantares was huge. Really put xCloud into an impossible situation. And that's Big attacking away from the attention. They have that smoke wall set up. They have a lot of nades going outside and hit towards the ramp room where there's light support and find access. So first round on the board for Big's offense.
That opening was aggressive, to say the least, for Tamsin. And yeah, this is, you're right, xCloud had to, he would have had to have come up with more than 1 kill there, and that's a lot to ask for in that moment.
And this is also what I mean when I say, like, someone like Big maybe a little bit more fundamental as a team than Eternal Fire. Like, xCloud drops down as if he's not going to defend and he's going to give up ramp room, but Woxic is still swinging at that hole trying to take a shot in towards the ramp room. So he's fighting while his teammate is backing off to play more passive, and that's the lack of coordination that sometimes worries me with Eternal Fire.
Oh, he got caught jumping over and ends up falling down. That is unfortunate. Crimbo crushed by gravity at the end. And there's a 4-on-5. Emor making the jump up over. Tizzy unable to get the kill. That's looked like he should have maybe lost that fight too, especially with the Galil on the other side, but he's able to. xCloud comes down to find out what's happening down to the control room, and he's going to get tagged up and killed by Keto. Tizzy and low on health. I don't know why he wanted to go for that before the bomb is down, but now it's a 3-on-3 in the afterplant. Yeah,
just making an aggressive decision, trying to catch them in rotation over towards the vent. But you're right, gets caught. But I still don't think Eternal Fire can really go for this one.
No, it doesn't look like it. It feels, I mean, they are really far away.
They have 2 kits. They have 2 kits and 2 smokes. Just with that, again, it's like it's risking the weaponry. That's the crazy part. So this is going to be 2-2 as they start backing off. But a chance for Tapson to get some guns on the exit.
Yeah, Woxic, got to be real careful. And he was not ready for it. Tamsin picking up 2 of them right away. That is actually super expensive. They're going to take that AWP and try and make a run for it. Xantares, though, I don't know. They're hunting for him. Smoke is out. Glock inside, trying to find him. But any desperate shot, and it's not working. He'll save the AWP, and that could be interesting. Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate.
The worst. He saw it coming. He knew exactly what was coming as well. Good job from Big. I mean, they got downstairs with very little resistance. xCloud just gets sideswiped as he tries to rotate down. So 2-2. M4 on Xantares he invests into, drops the AWP over to Woxic, who buys up armor behind it. So some pieces of danger in the round for Eternal Fire.
Okay, some stuff to work with here on the side of Eternal Fire. They want to see if they can take some of the momentum away from Big early on with the round, but Searson hardly stopping for that kill. Takes down Xantares. Tabsons come sneaking through, but there's more on the other side. No flash to come in just yet. There's one finally. And they know they have that AWP. They really want to put the pressure on, but they got to be careful because there's an M4 out here as well. Incredible flashbang, but Emor is there to help out, stopping Crimbo. What an absolute save. They would have been dead for sure, and they still could be. Keto trying to get that double, but man, that was dangerous for Eternal Fire outside. I'm shocked they even get away with this much.
Yeah, and that's the M4 that Xantares brought into the round, so Emor salvages it and has some impact, but he's got to have a little bit more. The only one who can really take deep angles and deep peeks to get information. Bomb is dropped way far back by T-Spawn as well, so this round is going to be a little bit slower. It looks like Tizian's going to have the responsibility to pick that one up. His 2 teammates don't want to give up the space they've gained outside. 37 seconds.
Yeah,
Bomb's on its own. Bomb's isolated, Anders.
And they're pushing into the lobby. This could be an absolute nightmare for Tizian. He basically has to win this 1 versus 2 right here. And even then, it might be some trouble. Oh, jumping down already. Molotov is there. Calaxy's going to be forced back. Flashed around the corner. Imor is right in the corner. But look at this work from Tizian. He might have won the round on his own right here. Calix trying to see if he can push on through to surprise anyone on the other side. And the bomb, it's making its way in there. That is such a scary round. I think even more scary than maybe Big even realized at this moment.
Oh, for sure. And for some reason, it doesn't seem like they heard the tick of the Molotov on towards Calix as he went and kind of came out of the hut as well. Searson was still looking outside, so they didn't have that little piece of information. Might have thought it was just a teammate that got ticked. Good opening pick from Searson, but just a far better recovery in a tough situation for Big. Tizian does a lot of work here. That clear of Emor is everything. I didn't think he'd be ready for that angle. I thought that angle was going to be way too deep for him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, especially with the time, right, that's left. That's a classic scenario where you just start making huge mistakes because you're under so much pressure. But damn, that is well played. 3 in a row for Big. They've not been easy rounds by any means, but they are winning them. Pressure is on for Eternal Fire once again.
Yeah, well, last time they responded. Last time they had quite the rebuttal.
Yeah, we're not going to make the mistake of underestimating them once again. We know that they could do a lot.
You gained some credibility with that kind of a comeback.
Yeah, you deserve to have that without a doubt. One of the issues, though, is being on the CT side here is just the cash that they're working with all of a sudden is really questionable. So,
yeah, it's a bit busted, and part of that, remember, is they saved that AWP, and instead of just keeping it on, I believe it was Xanter's, he dropped the AWP over and rebought an M4. So that kind of puts, and everyone else saved. So that kind of puts the money in a little weird situation. So they went for a bit of a risk in terms of the economy aspect of the game, and it doesn't pan out. And they only really lose like 1 round of fight for it. Next round will be fine with all the weapons they could want.
Yeah, they might be paying for that now just slightly.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot from Tabson outside. Really living up to his name a little bit there. Scout attempted to relocate up onto that roof that's right onto the garage, which almost never used, but not quite never. And Imor is inside the bomb site on his own. Plenty of time this time for Big to find him. And yeah, they're going to triangulate that position. No problem. Nobody even dies on the Big side. So super nice round coming out right here. And a 4-2 scoreline. Damn, this is starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, and you'll need that if you're Big. It's nice to have those clean rounds because you know you're going to hit a wall later on. You know at some point the CT side for Eternal Fire is going to click in, and you're going to want that cash to keep respending and keep trying to find solutions with rifles in hand. 2-round lead, but still very early on in the deciding map of Nuke in these quarterfinals.
Yeah, it didn't look like we were going to get here at all with the... I imagine there must have been a couple of viewers that sort of tuned away at the end of the first half on Dust 2 and thought, all right, that's it. Like, I'm going to get a snack, maybe get some baklava, and then I'll be back for the second match. And damn, those people might have been surprised.
Yeah, the Germans going for their celebratory Wiener Schnitzels.
Yeah, although people did message me in the break saying that's actually obviously not a German thing, right? Wiener, that's like a Viennese thing, I guess. So, we have to be real careful.
Okay.
Like, we're messing up a lot of things there, I'm not gonna lie. We're angering everybody.
Well, I was saying Wiener Schnitzel because you brought it up, so don't say we.
All right, I'll take that one on me.
You're on your island alone with that one.
It's fine.
Ooh, good come through the smoke from Tabson. Woxic towards the ramp room. We're going to get the boost up. Is Searson quick enough? Ooh, they tag each other.
Yeah, but he's very low on health. He's got to be careful. That grenade didn't quite do enough. Oh, man, he almost dies. But look at who's waiting out here. Tabson, that is an angle that's very hard to check. Santaris just sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. And now it's a 4-on-4. So a little bit interesting. 35 seconds still on the clock. Santaris, a lot of spray down. Crimbo, oh! Last bullet flies out of the gun barrel and it takes down Keto. That's unfortunate. Calix up here. Stunning headshots to probably win the round right there. 25 seconds. He makes a jump for it. He does not want to get found. Nade. Oh, it could work out. Got to be careful down there. That blows him up. And the wall bang. And Searson. What a ridiculous 1 versus 2 clutch. That is so disgusting. I don't even know what's happening.
That's so crazy. How much HP do the guy in Vents have?
Yeah, none at all. None at all.
None at all.
That was from the ramp, right? That was Walk6 running in from the ramp, I think. And he had got legged,
What?
so...
Yeah, oh, that's right. He got legged earlier. That's crazy. What a way to lose a round. This is so good from Calyx as well.
This should never... You should never be able to win this one. He's like, all right, I'll take that fight.
Yep, peace. We love that.
God damn. Okay. Well...
Someone messaged me, Anders, a German messaged me, said Southern German food is the best, and he told me I should try mac and cheese and ravioli. He gave me the German names, but I'm not even going to try. So mac and cheese and ravioli are on this list.
Hold on,
which don't sound German out of the gates, but I'm willing to be surprised.
Well, somebody said that McDonald's was started by German immigrants, so you might have to give that one up, Jason.
No, dude.
Yeah. All right.
No.
All right. I'm giving it a shot. They can't have mac and cheese. There's no way. I'm never gonna give Germany mac and cheese. That's not happening. Not even a little bit. But mac and cheese is god tier, so I'd appreciate it nonetheless. 5 in a row for the side of Big. And I mean, some truly sketchy rounds that we're witnessing here. Big are winning them, but I've got to say some of them are very questionable. They got to be a little bit careful. Nice job, Tamsin, taking out Walk6 out there. And then they're up against what, pistols and MP9s? They should be able to win this round, no problem.
Yeah, they'll be all good. Tapson's gonna find the kill in mini. Just a matter of time. Calyx is burning. He does get 1 kill on his departure, but XCloud the only one remaining, and Searson's gonna handle that very, very nicely. 6-2. Just to establish, just to return the world to normalcy, McDonald's was started by 2 Americans who were the kids of Irish immigrants.
All right. You've done the history. All right.
Yeah, you can't have McDonald's. No one's taken that away from us.
Okay, well, sorry, I apologize for introducing a little bit of fake news.
Frankly, I don't know why you'd want to. I don't know why you'd want to take ownership of McDonald's.
I don't know. It's like
Taco Bell is understandable, but not McDonald's.
I've never been to Taco Bell, Jason. Ever.
You are a sick, twisted human being.
All right. Well, we'll make up for it one day. We'll find one. We'll get it fixed. 6-2. Oh, XCloud, yeah. You want to get right out of there. He could have just as well been dead. If that is... There's no warning on that one. They just ran into the ramp room, and he nearly got caught completely. That's so scary. And look at how much map control they have, Big. They're everywhere on the map. This is so scary. If you move around right now on the Eternal Fireside, you could walk into an AK and never know it. And just, yeah, or outside. Santaris walking into that one. You see Emo not even really ready to check for it. XCloud going to be traded as well. Yeah, they're everywhere. They've infiltrated the entire map right now.
Yeah, this actually, with the pacing of this and how quick, like, they were attacking ramp room, how quick Tapson was already down secret lower, it just reminds me of, like, Dust 2, that critical mass, that big hit in the first half where they were just so confident with every play they made across the map. That's a worrying sign if you're Eternal Fire and you're rooting for this defense to stand strong.
Walk6 trying the best that he can to hold on to it, but this is about to be 7 rounds straight on the side of Big. That is, you know, looking at how the comeback was happening on Dust 2. I didn't think Eternal Fire were hoping for this, especially because they won the pistol here, right? So they must have been thinking, this is it. We're setting ourselves up real nice. Good little hunt for Keto. Here's Walk6 running away. And Calyx going to be able to save the gun on the other side, but yeah, what a lead that they're building right now.
Yeah, what a lead they're building. Look at the money on Searson as well. 14,000 before he invests into the round. Now he'll chew into that quite a bit, picking up the AWP, but he's still rich at 12 grand. So money not an issue for Big either. And I mean, you can just see when you get this much control and this much space to work with from the T side, that 1 kill from Searson starts to force all the movement in the defense. Tapson's waiting for it. 2 players in ramp room are waiting for it, and defense just crumbles so quickly. M4 and Calyx, 2 MP9s, 2 5.7s for Eternal Fire's defense.
They are struggling once again, aren't they? 7-2. It's 1 M4 that was saved, and they brought up a little bit of something on the rest of them here, trying to see if they can keep themselves competitive, but Big are really well in control of everything at the moment. Tabson saw that jump pass, but not gonna try and go for anything outside though. Good control for Eternal Fire. We'll see how long it lasts once. If Big want to take this part of the map, they probably can.
Well, the 5-7s are going to be dangerous here too, because you just know Xantares is going to pick a timing, and he's actually even calling an MP9 over. Tabson wants to clear things over the top, finds one. He's got to feel there's another one. Woxic at the red box, but never considers the angle. Saw the flashbang come through the smoke. Oh, big win for Woxic. Big's in trouble here. Man deficit, and add another on top. Calyx inside the bomb site. It's all going wrong for Big, and Eternal Fire are going to stop this run.
Yeah, finally, and in a very unlikely round with, you know, stealing an AK outside. Woxic doing so much work, a triple kill for him. That's a bit weird. Big, they only sent one guy outside to clear everything. I don't think that was even necessary. They could have easily devoted some time and attention. They could have even just had one up on the silo, right, looking over the whole thing to help out, but
yeah,
they didn't.
I'd say in their defense, they've sent Tabson outside like alone a number of times, and he's been able to make it over towards Secret. But I also, I mean, to a certain extent, if you know the economy situation, you're reading that properly, maybe, yeah, you send someone to be a little bit closer with them, knowing you're going up against pistols and SMGs.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's it. They're just confident that they were able to do it, but it backfires and gives Eternal Fire a... Finally, after losing 7 in a row, they finally pick up another round.
They needed it. A little bit of life. Importantly as well, it gives Calyx and Woxic a lot of money in the bank, and Emor as well at 1850. As they're able to scavenge some weapons from the previous round. This time there's more bodies with the Manders.
Yeah, they're full on yard control with a whole giant wall. Searson up on top of Mini looking over it. Yeah, they have a lot going for them out here, Big. But they've kind of evacuated the rest of the map, and already Eternal Fire, they just did have 2 people down there. I think Woxic is on the ramp with the AWP, and they've got Xantares down there as well, looking for anyone crossing. So they should know what's coming. There shouldn't be some sort of a surprise hit for Big. At the very least, the CT side will have some information to work with.
It's all about this cross.
Yeah, surely
Xantares,
is.
I don't think he's going to commit to the fight, though. He just wants the information.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Tabson did try to get the jump on him with the shot. That would have been really cool. But look at the clock. They're running out of time on the Big side of things. Oh, that's a dirty peek. Tizian inching his way forward with that shot and takes Woxic down. There's no recovery from that one. Oh, they're getting wiped out in this one. What a disgusting entry.
I actually feel so bad.
Yeah, there's no... You can't do anything about it, can you? Like, you're just... That's it. Just take a deep breath and try to think about what the next round will be like. Calyx, 1 versus 3. Yeah, try and walk away with that AWP if you can, and see if you can get something going. That is a wild entry. Calyx. He is trying, but eventually they're going to overpower him. Tabson taking him down. Well worth it to try and hunt down that AWP and make sure it doesn't fall in the wrong hands. 8-3 the scoreline. And let's just see. Money is there at least for the Eternal Fire side, but yeah, this is... Doesn't feel good, does it? Ooh, and possibly we lost Jason for a second. We'll see if we can break, maybe. Internet problems. Well, Searson's got the AWP. Scoped up, ready in case anyone was going to try and make the jump past, and sneaking his way downside with a lot more speed this time is Tabson. And the rest of the team too, but he's kind of leading the charge for them right there. So looking for an entry if he can. Searson's, I don't believe this. He's in the lobby walking around making a lot of noise and not even afraid to get checked. If they push him from even 1 or 2 angles, he's probably dead already. Emo's moving up. This seems like madness. He's surely got no way to win this one. Gonna be walking into all 4 of them basically. And Searson gets to slowly back on out. They were coming for him as well. And now he's got a deep position. Might be hard to check for the CT side, especially because the bomb is about to be planted down below. From us up close, and it doesn't even matter. Searson is ice cold in that moment. And this round is pretty much already won here. Eternal Fire, not a lot that they could do for this one. So 5 versus 3, and they're already backing out to try and save some of the weapons here. What a wild ride in this first half. Big coming out with everything. They've won a single round on the Eternal Fire side, and Big are about to hit 9. That is... Well, we don't want to get too carried away with it, obviously, because at this point in time, we've already seen one 12-3 comeback. So I guess it could happen again. But it does feel like Big are right back in the swing of things. I promise you guys, I'll get Jason back right away. But, looks of things, his internet dropped. Maybe he was just being too brutal on the German food situation. And eventually, you know, they got to him. They found him. Wow, this is, it's a rough turn of events. Some round loss bonus kicking in now, at least for the CT side, so they're going to be able to have someone to work with there. But still a 9-3, and moving into the 13th round. AWP on Searson. It's been Tabson doing a lot of the work. He is 13-9. Searson, though, right in there. They did have some grenades going down into the hut, and Calix thought maybe that was going to be keeping him safe, but absolutely not. Outside, Santara's on his own, takes down Tabson, and again, there's no real backup. Just like we talked about earlier, they trust Santaris to try and... Oh, sorry, they trust Tabson to try and take that fight on his own, which he's been able to a lot, but when he loses it, there's no real reply from that T side, so that sucks a little bit. Molotov to slow them down, and pretty much the entire Big side is all in that little lobby area, so that's a bit sketchy. You probably want to put a little bit of pressure outside just to make sure that they can't be too grouped up on that side, so we'll see. Woxic. A little bit paranoid about that smoke for good reason. I'm going to be ruling quite far back from the action. Up on the hut. Himura is ready and waiting. It looks like we're going to be seeing, yeah, late lobby push coming in. This could be insane from the side of Eternal Fire, but with that opening, maybe it's going to be too late. Are they going to get there in time? Yes, they will. Woxic at the back of the bomb site. xCloud got the one. That's really all he needed. Just that one kill to slow it down. That's absolutely fine. And Keto, not enough time, I think, to do this 1 versus 3. So nice attempt from, or a nice push from Eternal Fire to get out there and go for that flank through the lobby area. Keto on his own. And some damage. I mean, he could try and do something if he wanted to, but he's not going to get into the bomb site. Woxic instead. 3rd kill of the round for him. And Eternal Fire finally land that 4th round. It's about time as well. Starting to get a little bit worried for them, but they can still recover this. I mean, if they get up to 6 rounds right here, which is doable, then anything could happen. All right. That entry from Crimbo, I was so worried for a minute because it looked like that was maybe going to spring the trap coming out of the hut as well. And if they had actually got out, then maybe that lobby flank doesn't have the same power to it. Oh, here we go. A little bit of speed. Flash coming through. It's a good opening. Calix, he can't see anything. Woxic, though, he gets one more. And at least it's an even trade. Setting up that 3-on-3 after plant. xCloud. Classic smoke right now to try and get a little bit of an advantage so you don't get completely shot in the face, and we'll see. Flashbang to set it up. Scary to try and be the first man in here through the smoke if you're xCloud. And Searson, he's taking the opportunity to go for this flank. This is wild. No way to read this really if you're on the Eternal Fire side. Searson sneaking in. xCloud gets one, but yeah, they're in a lot of trouble. The bomb is planted for his position as well. How are they losing this round? I can't believe it. Searson, he tries to jiggle it out, goes straight for the defuser. And I think he did it. I think Searson, that might have been enough with that kill. Even with the kit, they can't win the round. It should have never got that close. Searson absolutely saved them, but with that kind of a flank, they should have won the round way, way easier. 10-4 in the first half right here. Or, well, yeah, so far. 15th round is coming up, and we'll see. What a crazy round this has been. That looked like it should have been absolutely no issue. All right. They have an AWP still on Woxic, so it's kind of the upside right here for Eternal Fire. Is at the very least, they have money to fight in the 15th round, so something to work with. 5 versus 5. Orb battle almost commencing outside. Yep, and Woxig losing his patience, wants to go for it. Emor is there for a quick return, but it's only the one. And 4 versus 3 right here. Grenade. That's scary. And Tabson is very nearly dead. Down to 7 health. And again, we go for this late lobby push. I feel like that has been one of the keys to victory so far for Eternal Fire, to try to catch someone in that lobby a little bit later in the round. Been working out pretty well. Searson, I think if he goes in the mini right there, he's probably dead no matter what, so... Trying to get it done. Calyx escaping the AWP for now. We're down to 50 seconds on the clock here. 3 versus 3. A bomb is making its way out behind. Big, going a really unconventional route. Surely someone's going to be joining the bomb. Yeah, I was going to say if Tabson wants to go down, he can't really do it on his own. So sneaking through slowly but surely. Tizian probably wondering by now, why am I not running into anybody at all out here? Normally, you would expect to find one CT player either in Heaven or Hell or down towards the ramp, and he's gone the whole way and hasn't bumped into anyone yet, so that's going to be confusing. We're down to 18 seconds on the clock, and this is getting a little bit weird for Big. They've got the whole map, but they just can't find any other players. Finally, they get that kill on xCloud, and that is enough. They go straight for the bomb plant. Missed opportunity for Calyx. Maybe could have had that kill. Very low on health on the other side there, but we'll see. Searson nearly out of the round. They still can't find him. They're just not able to hunt him down. Just a bullet would do it. Same is true on the other side there for Tizian, but they're not finding any of the shots at the moment here. Eternal Fire, they need this last round desperately, but Searson says no. Good kill right there. Calyx on his own. 1 versus 2. Pops open the door, and he's going to get that shot again. They're all 1 bullet away from death. Oh, nice shot from Calyx. A 1 versus 3. They were so low to begin with. Oh, no kit. It's going to get close at the end, but he was really fast with it, and it is going to be a 10-5 end in the first half in favor of Big, but nice little recovery at the end there for Eternal Fire. You can't really complain about that. All right, well, I feel like we had Jason back for a second, but he disappeared again, so I'm sure he'll be back eventually. This really is a bit of a throwback, but at least I have you guys in Twitch chat, even if it's a bit of a delay, to keep me company. I appreciate it, even if you're all absolutely nuts. My people. 10-5. I don't know. We've just seen a 3-12 comeback for Eternal Fire. So it'd be stupid to say that they are not able to do this, but it still feels like Big are in control of this game right now. So let's just see what happens. Second round, or second pistol is coming up right here. Big now on the CT side. Eternal Fire on that T side. Going to be making a run for it. Crimbo's here with the dualies. Oh! Done to take down Emor. It's a nice start smoke up on the one side, forcing them, if they want to fight him, to come through on this side. And he's going to take him right down. Another good headshot. Anyone else want to step up to the plate right now? There's 2 more people behind him. They have a defense right now. If they come through here, Eternal Fire, they're definitely dead. This is so difficult. Crimbo ready and waiting. He's repositioned again, lining it up, and he nearly could have had that. Would have been a great triple. Searson, though, ice cold, executing the rest of Eternal Fire to win the pistol on the second half, 11-5. Absolutely well played. You gotta love those dualies. I'm slowly getting converted to it. I, appreciate it. These shots from Searson, though. It's a real style behind that one.
Hey, Anders.
Not the best situation. What's up, Yanko?
I heard you needed some help. And I'm
Yeah,
a certified color commentator now, so I got my license and everything from the association.
You know what? I appreciate that, and yeah, you can't trust these Americans, can you? He's left me alone.
Yeah, I mean, they can't even get their internet sorted out. I always told Jason he needs to move like to a proper state like Texas or something, you know?
Yeah, that's bold of you. I appreciate it. Well, witnessing a little bit of a ridiculous fight happening through the hut of Mini, or the roof of Mini there. Somehow Eternal Fire coming out on top. I don't know why either side really wanted to spend time on that, but I guess they did. And Eternal Fire, they're pretty far behind him, and looking to maybe try and win their first round of the second half.
really there is some of that online madness, even in the first half, even in the last map, right? Just way more chaos, people pushing all over the place. That Searson clutch in the end that should have never gotten to him having to clutch, right? And Big already gave up a massive lead on Dust too. They shouldn't really forget that, you know. You can't get too complacent, even in a 10-5 T side. You want to close this out as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit impressed already with the Big managed to throw that kind of a second map away. It seems like mentally that they're kind of right back in the swing of things here. But damn, yeah, it's a good reminder never to take anything for granted right now. MP9 up close, out by the secret. Oh, Tizian almost getting shocked there by Emo. But it works out 3 versus 3. Oh, and Tizian wants to go for it before the bomb is down. That is a nice move. Taking the headshot, and their backup is there, and this is working out, and Calix is in some trouble right now. Deagle in a 1 versus 2, and they do have a kit on Tizian as well. No grenades to really put Calix into a lot of trouble, but they're already down there diffusing. He has to swing for it, and he is way too late. He was hoping to jiggle his way out of that one, so nice round for Big.
The strangeness continues. But they really needed that Eternal Fire, right? Like, if you want to have a good chance or any chance of making that comeback, right? The yearly reset and then keeping pressure on their economy, that has to be the way to go. Basically, any map, anytime you have to come back as T, right? The CTs have such a massive advantage. Anytime they give up an opening kill or two, they can just gamble, stack, and save. And as T, you have to make the correct read every single time, and that's just so hard.
Yeah, they're not having a good time of it right now. Ooh. Through the smoke, Emo trying to make the play right here with the Tech 9s on top, but half of them are getting caught trying to make the jump down, and Tizian is on the hunt. He is not afraid to take that fight at all. X-Cloud on the other side, and it's going to be the Mac 10 coming out on top, so I don't know. I like this explosive play from Eternal Fire. It's not a bad idea, but you really need to get the opening kill, don't you, to actually make it through there to make that event dive work. So it goes the other way, and they kind of get blown up.
Yeah, the money situation really forced their hand in this round, right? Like, you don't have all the good guns, you don't have all the utility, you can't play the slow default smokes outside, you have to take a sort of a risk. And this is a play I think, you know, a lot of teams have it. We used to call it the ROPS play, where you throw that initial combo outside of door, and then you want to push through the smoke, right? Sort of an A pop, but they faked it and wanted to go down vents, but as you said, no entry kills, even though it's a decent call. Can't really work out if you just get shut down immediately.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of rounds like that in Counter-Strike where so much of how the round plays out really depends on those openings, and if you get them, it can look really cool, and if you don't, it just looks like, you know, you never get like a foot in the door, so it could be a little bit hard to judge, I guess. But yeah, that one definitely wasn't it. 13-5. We're in that same territory where if Eternal Fire want a repeat of that ridiculous comeback on the second map, now is kind of the time for it.
Yeah, now it gets really hard, right? Like 13-5 down, you don't really have the money to force, but then you're gonna try to, you know, come back from 14-5. That also doesn't sound like, you know, stuck between a rock and a hard place, really. And they do decide to force up into this one. Just you need that early break. You need something really to jumpstart the comeback, but it's not looking good, Anders.
It's not looking good. Eternal Fire, if they don't pick it up now, they're going to be deader than Moses, who's been had by the German Wurst Mafia. So, you know, gotta be. It's hard, you know. Well, he brought it on himself.
Wow, you're working on a script for that already, or I'm sure you're gonna dream. You're gonna dream something about it soon enough.
I could see that.
Shout out to Anders's dreams one time.
Yeah, Jason wakes up in his bed at night and it's just filled with sausages as a message, you know?
That's not a euphemism.
Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, we'll work on it. We'll put a skit together. Emo goes down, opening the round. Keto, he's been playing really well. Again, you know, kind of being thrown into the mix here, but he's held his own for a minute. And on the other side, Calix is 18 kills and Woxic is 14, but from there it's kind of a big dive down to the rest of the team. So two of them have been putting in some good work, but they need more.
Yeah. I mentioned that the desk really, you know, like Xantares and Woxic, a little bit quiet, not you know, considering how they played the last couple of series as well. And I thought, you know, they're gonna show up on this map, but you can see Xantares actually the lowest amount of kills on Eternal Fire. And there we go.
Crimbo. Yeah, you said it. They need him to step up and make a couple of openings. But there's one of them right there. He's ready for the second fight. That's a good read. That's the, you could almost tell from the path that he was running that's something that he's tried many times. You get to that corner, you kind of know there's a chance you're going to have to take that fight down towards the doorway. So nicely done. 30 seconds, and they're going to get the bomb plant down. And Big are not even going to try and contest this. They're just giving up the round.
Yeah, it would be an extremely difficult retake, right? Searson was maybe trying to get a better gun or try to take away some guns from Eternal Fire. But yeah, I mean, if they're going to have any chance of making this close to begin with, Eternal Fire, they really needed that round. And it's a good call from Big to say, right? You only need 3 rounds out of the remaining 10 after this one, so it doesn't have to be this one that you go for.
Yeah, I mean, they have the buffer in the runway, and they did on Dust 2. I mean, it looked like Big were trying to play for that some of the time, even on Dust 2, right? And then eventually they lost their way. But you're right, there's no reason to try and play for these huge hero rounds when you can just try and take the guns into the next one and keep going.
And the problem is...
Good job on Santaris.
Yeah, you have to take some risks if you're Eternal Fire, right? If you're going to bring this back. But also on the other side, you don't want to gamble too much because there's still the gap is really big, right? So now that you have good guns, you should probably slow it down a little bit, play more default, right? Try to win 1 or 2 rounds by playing slow, even suffocate Big a little bit so they can't save. That could really help you out in the long term to make this even closer. And then at some point you change the pace, right? And you hopefully leave them a bit shell-shocked. Nice gap
Nice
there.
grenade to start with, yeah. But Searson's out there taking down Imor as well. I mean, you're right as well, because if they lose some rounds here, but they're allowed to save 3 or 4 guns, they're not really going to care. They're going to keep fighting, right? And the pressure is going to be on all the time.
Well,
Searson is relentless. This is ridiculous.
2020 flashbacks.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
Round
no.
over. Searson says no, no sir. I think that was also in the start. At the start of the round, Eternal Fire missed like the entry smoke on Yard, right? Like that gap isn't supposed to be there for Searson, where he gets the first kill and he feels he has all the information from that point on, right? That's why he peeks wide. He knows he doesn't really have anyone on the left. Right, you would be too scared to take that peek because you'll be caught in a crossfire, and someone already went towards Secret, but he probably knew that there was no AWP too, so he has the full advantage there, just going for the fights, and now he's really feeling it, Anders.
Yeah, that's a problem if you're on the Eternal Fire side. 23 and 11 on Searson, and when he's feeling comfortable with that AWP, it's hard to stop him, right?
Hey man, I felt it firsthand. In 2020, him and Zantares, Big, the best team in the world, ranked #1 for a week. Like, it wasn't fun playing those guys. Like, they were just super locked in, super focused, great rotations, everything on time, right? No hesitation. And here you see again, he gets the sound cue from the smokes, goes for the peek, gets a tag, but not the frag.
Yeah, a lot of damage though, and Santaris able to run him down. That is a bold move, but nicely done. That's what they needed. Making the jump pass, no bullets catching Emo somehow, even though he was very low on health. And it's a 4-on-5. Still 50 seconds. A little bit of a jump there. That's scary. They're going to try and challenge this one. Tabson also getting out-dueled. And down below, they haven't even checked. Oh, Crimbo. Hard attack moment for Emo. And they're going to put up a Molotov behind it. This is a smart play. He's trying to buy the time. Not a lot of backup is coming because they're all dead on the other side. Tizian is somewhere on the map trying to help him out. But I don't know if it's going to be there in time. Crimbo getting shot at the back. Santaris doing all the work in this round. 3 kills so far. And they're going to get the bomb plant shortly. Tizian is still just too far away, and that is being held by Woxic. Surely going to be a kill every single time. Wait, he actually gets down on the other side of it, and that's the backpack. You can't really shoot that one. I'm surprised that Tizian is still alive. Door being open now, and finally they get the kill on him. Man, that was a little bit scary.
Yeah, weird angle from Woxic as well. I thought, Tizian might get away with it and then sneak past him, but yeah, the backpack gave him away there. And now, probably just a eco/half-buy from Big here, right? Even though it's 2 players alive, plenty of rounds to work with. You can just semi-invest, buy some smokes, right? In case Eternal Fire make a mistake, you can punish them. But should give Eternal Fire, another round on the board.
Well, you know, speaking of the glory days of Big, I was promised by Maui Snake that they were going to come back and do it again.
Weren't we all?
What
Top
happened
5
to
team,
that?
right?
Yeah. Remember to tag Maui Snake on Twitter and remind him, you know, when just to mess with him a little
I
bit.
have no idea like what he was on when he made that tweet, but you just look at
I
all
don't
the
know what
other
it-
teams that are out there. It's like how they're supposed to be better than all these teams who have insane rosters, right? Like they're great organizations as well, a lot of experience. Like who are they going to be better than? Like G2, Cloud9, right? Like it's very difficult to see. Obviously Navi and FaZe are top 2, so that goes without saying. And then there's so many other teams.
I think it's just, yeah, but everyone's picking them, right? If you pick Big and you happen to be right, you know, no
yes.
one's going to see it coming. Oh, hold the phone. Tizian up close with the 5-7 and a couple of kills, including on the bomb, and they picked up the rifles. Oh, Eternal Fire. They paved the way. They actually set themselves up very nicely for another potential comeback, but they can't keep up rounds like these. Tabson comes sneaking through and catches xCloud, and now Woxic might have to run down to the lower bomb side. He keeps going and runs into Tizian. What a triple. All of it with a pistol right here. These are the kind of rounds at Eternal Fire. They just can't afford to have these.
Exactly, and that's the problem when you're down big, right? There's really no room for mistakes. You know, we were talking about, yeah, it's a small investment from Big, but should be around for Eternal Fire to, you know, win and then get a little bit closer, make it 14-8. But, you know, a couple of utility, some of the utility being mixed. The spacing here, you see, it's not great. And the molly, that basically gives him an advantage, right, in terms of vision. And it's in with a 3K 5-7.
Yeah, you'd like to see it. Seeing that 5-7 being put into play more and more these days, aren't we?
Well, with the CZ being nerfed, it's really maybe even the better option. Guess depends a little bit on preference, but yeah.
Well, I was on the 5-7 train the whole time, so I'm gonna...
Well, it was OP before with the running and gunning, right? But once they, you know, increased the moving inaccuracy, then it wasn't as insane.
Yeah, you're right. You're
and
right.
it has better skins, so you all know
That's also important.
That's the most important thing.
There we go. That's what we're picking for. Well, here we go. It's fired up once again. Big. They are one round away from taking this on the third map. It's looking very likely. Oh, they're trying to get it down, but the spray is too much. Actually, a crossfire of sprays and grenades on top. Tabson and Tizian absolutely locking it down.
Yeah, it's so hard to get out of the door when that main spam comes in, right? The HEs as well, and it's an easy call for Big to make. They know the economy is low, that Eternal Fire likes to play explosive, and Woxic in a near impossible situation, Anders.
Yeah, nothing to really do here. Tech9 in his hand, 1 versus 5, and walking into a huge stack outside. They know where he is, and they're coming for him as well. 16-7 as Big throw Eternal Fire out of the